your forecast first from your Northwest Arkansas Weather Authority. Sponsored by Crane Automotive Team.
What a beautiful afternoon, but we have the thunderstorms this morning rocking and rolling across the area, and temperatures right now not too bad. Lower to middle 80s, upper 80s in Fort Smith. Now, as you'll see here, last night into this morning, here's that line of storms. Might have woke you up out of bed. We were expecting a little bit of a noisy morning before sunrise. The rain is cleared out, but there could be a little bit of redevelopment later on this afternoon. Now, this is only going to affect areas far south of northwest Arkansas, on the Ouachitas, as well as west central Arkansas, southeastern Oklahoma. And that's where that severe weather risk is. Notice how it's pushed all the way south. Could see a little bit of storm activity in Scott and LaFleur County. That's it, though. Temperatures looking nice. Overnight tonight, again, a stray shower, not out of the question. We've got some beautiful weather ahead, but does it last into the entire weekend? I'll have that coming up in the forecast as your news starts now.
Proudly covering the Northwest Arkansas community. This is KNWA News at 5.
Entrepreneurs who dream of reaching thousands of customers at the world's largest retailer had the chance to showcase their products today. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jennifer Peñate. KNWA's Lauren Krakow at the Walmart home office to show us the excitement of today's open call.
Starting early this morning, entrepreneurs gathered at Walmart to showcase their products. People from around the world pitched their ideas at the 6th annual Open Call for American Products. Luckily for some of them, it was a day full of yes.
Yes!
Walmart has a 10-year commitment to place 250 billion more U.S.-made products on their shelves. And today, a few more got added.
Yay, super excited, super happy that our products got selected.
It's amazing that the fact that Walmart is doing what he's doing to create jobs through products like mine. I'm really excited and looking forward to working with them.
Products like...
We take your taste buds to 15 exotic destinations around the world through our fresh prepared meals and high-protein hot wraps.
Our products are gluten, grain, and grasses family-free.
Corn and flour tortilla line, taco mix.
It was an opportunity for those who got to show off their products, but it was also an enjoyable day for those who didn't.
And it's a great place to show off Walmart in Northwest Arkansas. We're having a lot of fun.
As with any Walmart event, the vibes here are pretty positive, pretty high energy.
After today's open call event, Walmart invited all attendees to a reception to congratulate them for participating in the event. In Bentonville, Lauren Krakow, KNWA Northwest Arkansas News.
An exciting time there for them, Lauren. Thank you so much. A Van Buren family calls it a nightmare as they search for their missing loved one believed to be kidnapped in Mexico. 29-year-old Jesse Pacheco was last seen Saturday, June 15th, just a day after graduating from a medical school in Mexico's state of Jalisco. According to several sources close to Pacheco, he went to a local club that night to celebrate. He and his friend, Carlos Delgadillo, were the last of their friends to leave the Strana nightclub around 3 in the morning on June 16th. That was the last time they were seen. According to friend Natalie Herrera, Delgadillo's body was found after being shot and beaten. Pacheco's family believes the two men were possibly attempted kidnapping victims. Fort Smith police issued the following statement regarding Pacheco. Unfortunately, if a crime has occurred, it would be well outside our jurisdiction and ability to investigate. Stay with KNWA as we learn more about the story. Police are still searching for a missing 15-year-old out of Bella Vista. 34-year-old Derek Kobler is wanted by police in connection to the case. They tell us Kobler was last seen with missing teen Hillary Alsip Monday night. They were walking in the area of Charlie and Willie George Park near the Don Tyson Parkway in Springdale. Alsip is 5'1", weighs 116 pounds, and has brown hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call police. 1 in 6 children in America go hungry, but in Arkansas, that number is 1 in 4. No Kid Hungry launched its Share Summer campaign today in Northwest Arkansas. Campaign Director Patty Barker says it's all about raising awareness of summer meal programs available to families.
Our goal is to make sure that kids have access to good nutrition year-round, whether at home or where they play in the summertime or at school where they learn.
Today, a group with the No Kid Hungry campaign met at Parsons Hills Elementary School in Springdale, where they held cooking demos, interactive games, and even giveaways. The nation commemorates the end of slavery in the U.S. today. June 19th is considered Juneteenth. On that day in 1865, Major General Gordon Granger announced the end of the Civil War in Galveston, Texas, making all slaves free. The war had already ended weeks prior, but news traveled slowly back then, as you can imagine. There are often Juneteenth festivals and events planned around the country in honor of the day. Tourists also take pilgrimages to Galveston to honor the moment in history. In D.C. politics, on the anniversary of Juneteenth, Democrats took to the Capitol calling for Harriet Tubman to be placed on the $20 bill. KNWA's Raquel Martin reports on the push to honor the woman who paved a way to freedom.
Sounds like it's discriminatory to me.
Ohio Democrat Joyce Beatty says she's not buying the Trump administration's explanation for keeping abolitionist and American hero Harriet Tubman off the $20 bill.
Tell me what the reason could be after working on this for almost 3 years.
In 2016, the Treasury Department announced Tubman would be the first woman and African-American to appear on U.S. currency, with her debut set for next year. But last month, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin cast doubt on whether that will happen at all and said the Tubman bills were on hold for at least another 8 years, an effort to redesign the bills to prevent counterfeiting.
The fact that it's 2019 and we still don't have a woman on currency in the United States of America is an embarrassment.
Democrats are demanding the Treasury Secretary place Tubman on the $20 bill by 2020. That date was originally selected by the Obama administration to commemorate the 100th anniversary of a woman's right to vote. Wednesday afternoon, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer took to Twitter calling for an investigation into the delay, saying, quote, "We don't know the real reason, but we do know that Donald Trump has referred to efforts to replace President Jackson on the $20 as pure political correctness."
The President of the United States has talked about sending people to Mars. If we can send people to Mars, we can certainly get Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill.
Right now, House Democrats are filing legislation to force the administration to meet the deadline.
Today is just the beginning.
In Washington, Raquel Martin, KNWA, Northwest Arkansas News.
In more local news, driving on Interstate 49 overnight could get a little bit tricky if you're traveling during late hours. The northbound and southbound inside lanes of Interstate 49 between Highway 62 and Central Avenue will be closed overnight. The closure will start at 9 this evening and go through 6 in the morning for crews to continue asphalt work. Looking ahead to next week, work will be done on Lafayette Street between College Avenue and West Avenue in Fayetteville. Closures will begin at 6 in the morning on Monday. If you park your car on the street, it must be moved before 6 each morning. The work is expected to be done by Friday. The Arkansas Department of Transportation introduces an interchange that's first of its kind here in the state. The changes you can expect to see when driving on I-49 over the next year. But first, Dan, what weather changes should we expect as the week continues?
How about some good changes? Sunshine and a little bit of summer warmth, but no rain and thunderstorms at least within the next few days. But what about the entire weekend? We'll have that coming up in your forecast after the break.
You're watching KNWA News at 5 with Jennifer Pignate and Chief Meteorologist Dan Scott. Closed captioning is sponsored by Air Control. Summer camps and fun for your kids. Summertime Madness, Monday mornings at 6 on KNWA Today.
You don't have to be hot while you sleep. Mattress King can cool you down. The all-new Tempur-Pedic Breeze only at Mattress King transfers heat away from your body, so you sleep up to 8 degrees cooler.
Nobody beats the King, Mattress King.
Hankey Brothers came in and did all of this work. They came in, they talked to me, they let me know what they were going to do, and you knew that they knew what they were doing. They got out there and they just went to work on it, and I would sit here and watch them and be amazed at how much they could get done in such a short time. I couldn't have asked for a better crew of people. Oh, if I ever have anything else that needs to be done on my house, I will call Hankey Brothers.
Call Hankey Brothers today for a free, no-obligation estimate.
The Ramirez triplets have always done the same exact thing. Until now.
McCafe Mango Pineapple Smoothie, Fanta Orange. McCafe Mocha Frappe.
And now enjoy a hot and spicy McChicken with small fries for only $3.
A value menu that values your choice.
I started wearing glasses at the age of 6. In a week after my LASIK, I was 2015, so I was seeing better than 2020, which is even, like, it's crazy to think about. I never thought that was possible for me with my eyesight being so bad. And it was just a flood of emotions to think I'll never have to depend on something to be able to see again in my life. It's a superpower for me. Like, I can see better than 2020. It changed my life forever.
When you build with Schuber Mitchell Homes, you get more than an all-brick home with a warranty you can count on. Our top brand products and high-end finishings transform functional space into upscale living at a price you can afford. Call today to start the home you've been dreaming of.
You don't have to be hot while you sleep. Mattress King can cool you down. The all-new Tempur-Pedic Breeze, only at Mattress King, transfers heat away from your body, so you sleep up to 8 degrees cooler.
Nobody beats the King, Mattress King.
Thursday on KNWA Today, the top local news headlines you need to know to start your day.
And we're looking ahead to one of the biggest golf tournaments coming to Northwest Arkansas.
Warm and humid in the forecast. That and morning traffic.
Now, your Weather Authority forecast with Chief Meteorologist Dan Scott.
I want to show you a time lapse here from Mount Sequoia. We're going to start it off at 5:32. I'm going to move forward 1 minute, and look at this. We actually got one of the big lightning strikes, and there was a lot of them this morning. Maybe you got rumbled out of bed this morning as these showers and storms moved in. That's a pretty cool time lapse. We're going to put this into motion. You're going to see these clouds clearing out, and then you kind of see these low-level clouds kind of lingering around thanks to all the wet ground conditions. And then by late morning, the sunshine came out, and temperatures turned out to be absolutely beautiful. And when we check out our almanac today, 70 degrees, the high temperature. Drake Field only got 0.17 of an inch. Now, this was actually released in the morning. The high temperature was actually in the mid-80s, and that's going to be updated here pretty soon. Look at this, 1.18 in Bentonville, over an inch in Rogers, although the rain gauge is down. Springdale getting 0.81 of an inch, and something happened at X&A. Maybe a bird's nest, maybe a bird egg is in there blocking the rain gauge. That's a possibility. But there's definitely was a lot of heavy rain across northwest Arkansas, southwest Missouri. Not as much in the River Valley, and that held true with the radar estimates. When we look at the precipitation, you can see these showers and storms moving through. I'll show you a radar loop here coming up in just a bit. But we zoom in across northwest Arkansas, and there is that heavy rain. Southwest Missouri, Benton County. It was a little bit of an intense storm that moved in. Now, when we look at the satellite and radar, you'll see that storm system moving out. There is the tailing edge of this low pressure system. And so I think we're done with the storms, but it's not out of the question that we see a stray shower that develops or pops up. But as this cold front drops to the southeast, that means an end of our storm chances, although there is this complex of storms that could creep into northeast Oklahoma and northwest Arkansas later on tonight. Now, when we look at the organized severe weather, that's down to our south. Tornado watch in southwestern Arkansas, north central Texas, but the severe weather risk has been removed from all of northwest Arkansas and most of the River Valley. However, I still think southern Leflore County, Scott County, and extreme southern areas of our weather coverage area, that's where there could be just a little bit of isolated storm development that pops up. Wednesday evening into Thursday morning, there you see that one of those showers that possibly could move in, and that's why we got to keep a little 20% chance for a stray shower. And then by Thursday late morning, that storm system moves out. Everything's looking good. Temperatures are going to be warm tomorrow. So warm, in fact, and Melissa looked this up, that it's going to be one of the hottest days of the year so far. And more heat to come. But we hit the upper 80s. 87 was the warmest we've been at Drake Field, and 92 was the warmest at Fort Smith. So yeah, we've got some warm weather over the next couple of days, right in the time for the start of summer. 80 degrees at the Bentonville Airport, and temperatures are, let's say, a little bit on the toasty side. Future track overnight tonight, again, a stray shower, not out of the question. We start off in the mid-60s. Something you'll need to know, too, is the wind's going to be blowing this weekend quite a bit as this big storm system moves in. Tomorrow we'll get a break from the strong winds. Finally, Friday looking like a fantastic one. Get out and enjoy it, but whoo! Look at those temperatures, 90 degrees, which would be the hottest weather we've seen so far this year. On the 7-day forecast for Thursday, upper 80s. So there it is, the warmest day of the year so far. And then that's soon to be outdone by the first day of summer, which, by the way, summer is starting at approximately 10:54 a.m. Central Daylight Time, Saturday in the upper 80s. And then notice the storm chances that return. And we do have wet weather over the weekend, but not Saturday. Saturday afternoon looks good. Late Saturday night into early Sunday will be that chance of rain. So, but we get a break for a few days.
Finally.
It'll feel like summer, so get the kids to the water park, sunscreen, and stay hydrated.
Absolutely. Good reminders.
Yeah.
Dan, thanks so much. On you at 5, the Arkansas Department of Transportation introduces the first interchange of its kind in Northwest Arkansas. A single-point urban interchange is being built in Ronders at exit 85. It's designed to move heavy amounts of traffic in a tight area. RDOT spokesperson Danny Stracely says about 82,000 vehicles travel on that area of I-49 daily.
Not only does it put in the single-point urban interchange, but above it, the lanes of I-49 are expanded to 3 lanes in both directions. And that will close that gap between the city of Fayetteville and Bentonville.
The multiple traffic lights in the area will be taken down with the exception of one light. This Exit 85 interchange project is expected to be finished by next year. It's been 1 year since KNWA has been investigating and answering questions about things affecting you here in Northwest Arkansas. Next, we take a look at one of the most viewed stories in our You Ask, We Investigate series.
Get your summer savings now at McClarty Daniel Ford, Arkansas's #1 volume Ford dealer. Take up to $15,000 off MSRP on select new 2019 F-150s, starting at just $21,995. Start your deal at BentonvilleFord.com.
For 50 years, Cracker Barrel has been cooking homestyle favorites to perfection. We thought we'd celebrate by making our golden anniversary extra golden. Introducing new, crispy, juicy Southern Fried Chicken. Now at Cracker Barrel.
Want a relaxing pedicure?
Relaxing pedicure? My feet get so dry and cracked, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keeffe's for healthy feet. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked feet. Thanks to O'Keeffe's, I got my feet back.
Now get 0% financing for 72 months, plus $2,500 in total savings on a 2019 F-150. Only at your local Ford dealer.
This summer, you can't do this at home. Or this. This? No way. Don't even think about that. You can't splash, spin, soar, or see a brand new spectacular swashbuckling adventure. Or do anything like this at home or anyplace else. You can only do it all at Silver Dollar City.
I'm JJ Hightail. As an ex-professional race car driver, I'm used to taking a few risks, which isn't always a good thing.
Proof of insurance, please.
That's why I'm insured by Direct Auto and Life Insurance. Save up to 25% with discounts at Direct Auto.
Looking to rebuild your credit this summer? Then hurry into McClarty Daniel Ford. Buy a new 2019 Fusion for as low as $299 a month with no money down, plus 0% financing, even with Challenge Credit. Start your deal at BentonvilleFord.com.
You're watching KNWA News at 5.
Can you believe it's been 1 year since we launched our You Ask, We Investigate series? This past year has featured more than 40 reports, all with you in mind. Our Caitlin Zoner has solved your problems, told stories about community staples, and has brought awareness to issues that matter to you. In honor of 1 year, we thought, why not revisit our most watched story? And it's one you'll likely remember. This car has been turning heads on roadways in Northwest Arkansas for years now. Caitlin has the story behind it in this week's You Ask, We Investigate report.
Chess George loves cars.
I just like the old cars. I collect old cars.
The Fayetteville native also likes to have fun with them.
To me, it's kind of like art. You know, everybody's car is different.
And he sure had some fun with this hearse.
This is just kind of like a piece of an old cemetery fence. I ended up with it.
Chess named his car Mortis.
I don't know why. It's just what I thought of when I first saw it. So.
He found the car on an internet ad from a dealership in Plano, Texas. The price tag, $3,000.
I've always liked these cars just because they're hand-built. They're well-maintained, durable, low mileage, and usually can pick up pretty cheap.
And if this old car could talk, it would have some amazing stories.
I accidentally drove it through a river once.
It's also been used to take bodies to funeral homes.
Just for either friends or family members that want to save a little money.
Sleek, black, and a bit of a creep factor. Every time the car is out for a spin, it turns heads.
Now everybody either gives me a thumbs up or they kind of look at me sideways, whichever, but that always gets a reaction.
So when you see this hearse cruising through Northwest Arkansas, be sure to give Chess and Mortis a wave.
If I don't pay attention, I'm not trying to be rude. It's just I'm off my own little world driving.
In Fayetteville, Caitlin Zollner, KNWA, Northwest Arkansas News.
No surprise, this story was a fan favorite. If there's something in your community that you want to know more about, we want to investigate it. Send your questions to Caitlin at the email address on your screen or on social media, and watch KNWA every Wednesday to see her You Asked, We Investigate report. Things may start heating up in the next few days, but not for long when the rain moves back into our area. Chief Meteorologist Dan Scott joining us once again with a final look at his forecast.
Caitlin Zollner finds the answers to your questions. Wednesdays on KNWA Today.
Bedroom bargains and great selections every day at Hanks. Choose from heirloom quality master suits to heavy-duty kid-proof children's suits, all at guaranteed low prices. Come see us at Hanks. Fine furniture.
Life doesn't give you many second chances. But a Subaru can.
You guys okay? Eyesight with pre-collision braking. Standard on the Subaru Ascent. Presenting the all-new 3-row Subaru Ascent. Love is now bigger than ever.
Maintain the love of your new Subaru with 2 years of complimentary maintenance.
Did you find everything all right today?
I did, thank you.
When you get the new And Rewards card from Come & Go, you'll discover how fast the rewards add up. It's the easy way to earn points on the things you buy, so you can get more of what you love. More free food, more free drinks, and more fuel discounts. The more you use your Come & Go And Rewards card, the more you get. Stop in to get your card or download the app and start rewarding yourself with more today. Come & Go, where and means more.
A big disgrace, waving your banner all over. We will.
Now get 0% financing for 72 months, plus $2,500 in total savings on a 2019 F-150. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Sofa savings and great selection every day at Hanks. Select from 200 sofas and sectionals or special order in hundreds of fabrics, all at guaranteed low prices. Come see us at Hanks. Fine furniture.
Now, your Weather Authority forecast with Chief Meteorologist Dan Scott.
Check out the storms that are not going to be affecting us in central Arkansas, southwestern Arkansas. We are removed completely from the severe weather risk. Now, that doesn't mean we can't see a stray shower, but as far as the thunderstorm activity, it is going to be limited. And the heat is on. Are you ready for that? Temperatures in the upper 80s tomorrow. Humidity is coming back as well. I know we have a little reprieve from the humidity with that front moving in, but it doesn't last. Summer, by the way, it's starting. The sun will be definitely smiling, and that's definitely a hot-looking sun right there. 90 degrees for the high temperature. That's the warmest day of the year so far. And enjoy the weekend, but if you have outdoor plans and you're deciding whether to do that on Saturday or Sunday, Saturday's your much better day, because Sunday we've got thunderstorms, even some heavy thunderstorms, along with some severe weather potential. That's going to be Sunday night into Monday. We'll continue with the rain chances kind of on and off throughout the early part of next week, Jennifer, Tuesday and Wednesday. But temperatures will be cooling down as well. But next couple of days, summer will be in full swing, at least Friday afternoon, and it will feel very much like it.
All right, Dan, enjoy the sun while it's here. Entrepreneurs share their ideas with Walmart, hoping for an amazing opportunity. We take you inside Open Call in your Just Home headlines next, as KNWA News at 5 continues.
Get the smile you've always wanted. Call DDS of Springdale today at 479-318-1228.
Are you the last one to take a shower in the morning? No hot water? Never run out of hot water again. Steve's Plumbing, 479-631-8804, installs tankless water heaters. Mention this ad and receive $100 off installation.
This is the reimagined Acura RDX. Awarded the NHTSA 5-star safety rating. This is award-winning performance. Designed for where you drive.
Visit Acura Fayetteville for attractive offers on the RDX.
What's that noise? Brought the band again?
Sure did.
Don't miss Camping World's RV 10 event going on now. Shop new RVs starting at only $99 per month.
When's the next show?
Visit Camping World in Lowell or shop campingworld.com today.
A ballet dancer's body goes through like so much pain, and the pain was really bad in my knees, my ankles, even in my hips sometimes. When you're a dancer, that's just the last thing that you want. And so my mom took me into Good Feet, and then that's when we got my arch supports. Like a week after I got them, I was like, holy cow, like all of a sudden the pain just went away. I didn't even know the arch supports existed until I got them, and I was like, where were these all my life?
See if they work for you with a free arch support fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
The Ramirez triplets have always done the same exact thing. Until now.
McCafe Mango Pineapple Smoothie, Fanta Orange. McCafe Mocha Frappe.
And now enjoy a hot and spicy McChicken with small fries for only $3.
A value menu that values your choice.
Foster Roofing cares about your home as much as you do.
You're watching KNWA News at 5.
Welcome back. In case you're just walking in the door, here's a look at today's Just Home headlines. Today, entrepreneurs vied for a life-changing opportunity to see their products on the shelves of the world's largest retailer. Walmart hosted its 6th Open Call event, which gives business owners a chance to meet face-to-face with Walmart buyers. Products chosen today could end up in stores or online. 1 in 6 children in America go hungry, but in Arkansas, that number is 1 in 4. No Kid Hungry launched its Share Summer campaign today in Northwest Arkansas. Campaign Director Batty Barker says it's all about raising awareness of summer meal programs available to families. And today, a group with the No Kid Hungry campaign met at Parsons Hills Elementary in Springdale, where they held cooking demos, interactive games, and giveaways. The Arkansas Department of Transportation introduces the first interchange of its kind in Northwest Arkansas. A single-point urban interchange is being built in Rogers at exit 85. It's designed to move heavy amounts of traffic in a tight area. RDOT spokesperson Danny Straisley says about 82,000 vehicles travel on that area of I-49. That is daily. Just incredible. You can see more on these stories tonight in our 6 p.m. broadcast, or head to the KNWA News app right now for the most up-to-date information. You can download our app for free in the App Store or on Google Play. Dan, one last look at weather. Summer is coming.
Yeah, definitely. I'm one of those people that drive I-49 Rogers.
Oh, me too.
That's going to be nice when because that congestion already now. I mean, and the traffic that's increased in the last
absolutely.
10
What
years.
I don't like are those concrete barriers on the side, and then you have the semi on one side and the barrier on the other. Oh, it makes me panic.
It's like Jody said, you know, Jody, our creative services director, he was talking about kind of like you feel like Luke Skywalker in Star Wars trying to get to the Death Star.
It's just a white knuckle drive the
Everything's
whole
getting
time.
really narrow. All right, let's take a look at the forecast here. We're getting wide open with sunshine on Thursday, Friday. Beautiful weather in the upper 80s. That could be the warmest day of the year so far. Tomorrow, temperatures even warmer on Friday, hitting 90. That's northwest Arkansas. River Valley will be in the mid-90s. The warmest the River Valley has been 92 so far.
All right, temperatures are getting up there. Danny thinks so. Or
yeah,
Dan, thanks so much.
That works. That's what
I'm thinking
my dad
about Danny Straisley still. RDOT. Thanks so much for joining us. See you back here at 6. Have a good night.